Hello, Stickosaurus here. Today, just doing a little quick video. I'm going to be showing you progress on this Gokaiser Blue. I printed it, and the supports failed under here, and this whole part here under, I have a picture I'll put up here, didn't print. So I printed this part separately. I sliced it and printed on my little monoprice and filled it in with epoxy putty. And I was worried it wasn't going to look very good, but it looks better than I thought it would. I actually was probably going to throw it away if it didn't turn out looking okay. But since it's passable to me, I'm happy with how it's looking. I'm going to print the back and work on fixing up this where I was having some nozzle clogging issues, as you can see. So we're going to get this all fixed up here, fill in these gaps. Honestly, might think about leaving this for some air, but at least want to get this top here at least flush with the other side. So don't have the beginning of this one. Like I said, I just epoxy putty and a quick sand and see how it would look. And I think it's going to look okay. I had to sculpt out these handles for the sword, so they look a little rough, but everything else I think will be fine. So here we go. Okay, with him, I can try to fix up this little point here and maybe put a little epoxy putty on here, try to smooth this out. I don't know if there's much I can do about all this, but we'll see. Alright, I think that's going to look better. Not really much I can do. To fix this, you probably have to Bondo it, and maybe I'll do that with the back prints, but just need to think about it if it's worth putting all the effort in something's going to look mediocre, you know? But I don't know, we'll see. This was like a big gash up here, I filled in at least. So that's something. Ouch. What the hell is in there? But I don't know, we'll see. So I decided not to Bondo the top of it. I thought it might look good enough once we get all done and finished. So I decided to start sanding here the front and the back with 100 grit sandpaper. Then after that, we move on to another coat of primer. The helmet's already a little bit farther ahead than the back at the front, but it'll be alright. And then just sanding it back down with a 200 grit sandpaper. And now that we have it all sanded, we'll do another coat of primer before we move on to wet sanding. For wet sanding, I'm using 400 grit sandpaper and then sometimes 500 grit. And once we've got it all nice and smooth there, it's time to move on to the base coat. And since this is glossy spray paint, I let it dry at least a week before I add any other coats. But I'll get this masked off again after about a week, because if not, the paint will have residue on it from the tape. So after you let it dry, mask it off, and then we'll hit it here and do the gold accents. And after we let that dry, I'll move on here and I'll do the detail lines with a acrylic paint marker. And I'll always use an acrylic paint marker to do the silver emblem. And after that, we're just hitting here with a top coat. There was a little part in the back that I repaired with super glue, and where that was, as you can see, paint starts to peel there. But we sand it down and paint again. It's not a big deal, but you hate to see it. Okay, and here we're going to add the visor. I couldn't all quite get the fit in one piece, so I had to add a little extra piece at the bottom. You'll see here. Then after I got that glued in, it's time to add the magnets and the elastic, and then we're done. Alright, there you have it. There is Gokai Blue finished. Really love how this turned out. At the end there, where I filled in some of the gaps back here with super glue, I had some of the paint start to peel up. I just sanded it down and put another little coat of paint on it. I didn't top coat the back again. I just masked off from here down. So it's not as glossy in the back, and there's a little bit of weird texture back here. It's a tiny bit that I missed when I sanded, but you can't really tell. I mean, you might be able to see it in the round view of it, but I think it turned out very well. And I think it's proof that you can take a failed print and get a pretty nice result out of it. I honestly don't think you can really tell that this was all missing up here. This is probably my favorite Gokaiger helmet I did so far. Currently I have a red printing because I'm going to get a Captain Marvelous suit. So I wanted to do a better helmet than the one I have up there, which was one of my first ones. So it could be better. And if it turns out as nice as this one, actually the front is already printed and it printed in one piece. So it will be nicer than this one. But really love this. Really love this. Gokaiger is my favorite. I think that's a lot of people's favorite. Joe's a badass. We all know that. I have a pink Gokaiger up there that was a peppercorn file that I converted. It's okay. I'll probably reprint it. The symbol's really big on it for some reason. I think I got the symbol off of this helmet actually and made it fit that one, but I'm not sure. And this one up here I think was a Thingiverse one I found. It wasn't like a professional modeler or anything. I mean, he might have been, but it wasn't 3D Command Center or anything. And this is a 3D Command Center print, and it's beautiful. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. There's a lot of videos still coming up. I think I got 14 in the in the works here. You know, I kind of work on everything at once, and some things get done better than others, but if there's something you really want to see, let me know. I do plan on getting another Soldier Gold done. It's the last one I need. And then maybe I'll redo my Soldier Red, and maybe the blue and pink. I don't know, they're rather large, but I think they turned out really nice. So they're on the docket. And other than that, thanks for watching. Comment, check out my Instagram for daily build updates. They might not be the most exciting, but if you want to see these things in between videos, or some stuff I don't even have videos for that I have pictures of, and I have hundreds of pictures up from before I started videos. So if you want to see those, you're more than welcome. But thanks for watching, and see you next time.